Is the screen clear? Type C if the screen is clear. Type C if the screen is clear. Awesome. Hope you're able to see the presentation screen. Yes. Awesome. So welcome you all to the world's largest ecosystem of food business. Myself, Suresh Radhakrishnan. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 15 years. 15 years. I've built my own brand, multiple brands. I'm running multiple businesses. I've helped people to create 500 plus outlets, 300 plus brands across India. So all the outlets that you see on the screen, these are my student brands, my mentees brands, right? So you're also going to be one among them, provided you attend all the sessions, take down lots of notes, learn this in a structured manner, implement using the system, you can also be successful like them. All right. So build your own brand and not somebody else. What makes us most proud? 500 plus success stories in our community, 5 plus mentees generating. So this program will help you launch your own brand rather than taking a franchise. You need not pay franchise fee or royalty when it comes to this model, right? There are a lot of negative things that goes around franchise because 99% of the franchise brands, they collect money and then they do not give the support post launch. So this is the complaint been there for a very long time. In fact, there's one of the regional channel here in Tamil Nadu featured it in one of the shows. So this is a honest platform, genuine platform where we help people to start their own brand. 5 plus mentees generating 10 plus crore, 50 plus mentees generating 2 plus crore, and 250 plus mentees generating 40 plus lakhs in a year. And outcomes of this workshop, you should be able to start your own brand. You can double your income next 6 months if you're focused. Clarity on location selection, competition analysis, manpower recruitment, budget planning, menu design, clarity on making fastest 10 lakh per month in terms of sales. So to whom you could be a working professional, business, could be an existing food outlet owner. You would have already started, but you're struggling to meet sales or you want to scale to multiple outlets. This is also for you, solopreneur students who wish to start and double their monthly income. So this system will help you launch not just tea or coffee, but milkshake, sandwich, chat, or any quick service food outlet. Before you go through this is not a quick rich scheme. This is a serious business. This can give you job replaceable or it can create another source of income, attend without any distraction. Guys, hope my audio is clear. Hope my audio is clear. Hope there are no distractions. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for confirming. So if you have any issues, please log out and log in. People are able to confirm. All right. So watch till the end to get the daily bonuses. I'm going to give you bonuses. If you have any questions, you can note it down and ask at the end. Chat will be on the restricted mode to avoid distractions, which means I can see your messages, but you may not be able to see other people's messages. So please understand that's done because to ensure that people focus on it during the session. So treat as if you paid 1 lakh to join, commit not just to learn, but more importantly to implement, right? So you're going to win all of these bonuses at the end. If you stay till the end, you're going to win all these bonuses at the end of the session. Yes. Hope the mind map screen is clear. Is it clear? Is the screen clear? All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for confirming. So types of outlet formats. I'm going to take you through quickly, right? The type of outlet formats. The first format is cart or counter. If you wanted to start with a very, very low investment, then this model would be preferred. You would have seen these cart or counters outside supermarkets, in front of malls. Small counter, typically done between 20 to 50 square foot. and the investment required is 75K to 1 lakh. By doing the simple counter, manpower required is 1 to 2, and you can make a sale of 3,000 to 4,000 per day. So what kind of models will be applicable? So you can launch a chat counter, you can launch a sandwich counter. It can be for single item. You cannot do multiple food products there. So it could be focused only on single item. So it could be a small dessert counter, or it could be a small burger counter, or a soup counter. So it could be any of these things, right? But I wouldn't suggest you to do a tea coffee model here, because tea coffee will not work in this model until and unless it has got a very high footfall, where there are so many walk-ins. You can try, but again, still I will not suggest you to go for tea coffee models. But this is a model that you can start with low investment. So ideally 20 to 50 square foot, investment required 75 to 1 lakh, manpower required 1 to 2, and expected sale is 3,000 to 4,000 rupees per day. See, ideally these cart or counters will be open mostly in the evening, isn't it? One after 3:30 it will be open. They'll do sale for 4-5 hours and then they leave. So that's when the potential is also less, right? You can make about 3 to 4,000 per day during that particular time. How many of you observed this? What kind of models you have seen with respect to cart or counter? Can you type in the chat box, please? A small counter selling chaat counters are very popular. It could be vada pav. Yes. It could be some soups. Yes. Small, idli, dosa counters maybe. Yeah, chaat counter, pani puri, pani puri counters, yes. How many of you chat fans here? How many of you fans of chat? Yeah. Awesome. Me. Awesome. So if you're someone who wanted to start a small chat counter, then yes, this model is applicable. You can start with a very small investment, right? Kiosk or express. So the first model you could use, but if you're looking at a higher sale, higher revenue, then you might need to go for kiosk or other models. All right. So kiosk or express. Kiosk is done between 40 to 100 square foot, right? See, whatever is the expected sale and investment is a range. It's a range, right? So I can't give you the final thing because it will depend. It will vary from city to city, town to town. Yes or no? The costing might change. The potential might change. But I've given you a rough standard number, right? So kiosk is typically where you have a space, but there is no setup. There is no shelter there. So you do the shelter, you do a counter, you do a complete shop kind of a thing. There are kiosk vendors who can do the kiosk for you. So it could be done between 40 to 100 square foot. In fact, till 200 square feet also you can do a kiosk. All right. So investment required 3 to 5 lakhs. Again, it will vary depending on the kiosk size. So kiosk can even done there. You can even do it at 7 lakh, 10 lakh. Guys, hope my audio is clear, right? If there is an issue, again, I'm telling you, there could be an issue at your side. So please log out and log in. Let me reconfirm. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. So kiosk or express, investment required 3 to 5. Again, as I told you, this will change depending on the location, depending on the size, depending on the model. Manpower required 2 to 3. Expected sale is 10,000 to 15,000 rupees per day. Right. So express is where you have a shop already. You have a shop. In that particular shop, you're setting up your outlet. It could be 100 to 200 square foot. So that's called express. All right. So kiosk is between 40 to 100 square foot. Express is 100 to 200. Investment required 3 to 5, manpower required 2 to 3, and expected sale is 10,000 to 15,000 rupees per day, right? So can you guys tell me what kind of kiosks have you experienced? Have you seen? Can you type in the chat box, please? What kind of a formats have you seen with respect to kiosk or express kind of models? I mentioned few brand pictures here, but you can also give me your observations. Yes, ice cream, juice shop. What kind of food models have you seen? Yeah, tea outlets, coffee, bakery, milkshake, pawn shops, sandwich, roast milk, waffle. Yeah, waffle is a good use case. Vada pav, samosa, right? Shawarma. Yeah, and lot of outlets. Yeah. Yeah, tea, coffee also. Awesome, awesome. So the next model is QSR. QSR is yeah, tip Frankie counters, wraps and rolls, sandwich. QSR is quick service restaurant. See, when it comes to this kiosk express, you may not be able to offer too many items, and you will not be able to offer seating space. Maybe standing space you can offer. So you need to offer food products that are quickly deliverable, that are quickly serviceable. Yes or no? Yes or no? You can't make the customer wait for, let's say, 20 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes to deliver the food, to service the food. So your menu should be designed in such a way that delivery should be fast. You need to avoid foods that need a lot of time to prepare. So a lot of assembling can happen with respect to this kiosk or express. You got this right? Exactly. Exactly. So QSR. See, let me give you an example. In that case, let me give you an example. Let's say you're trying to do uh, a meal counter. Let's say a full-fledged meal counter. Even a meal counter can be done, but a lot of preparation from scratch. Let's say you're starting a, uh, uh, you know, idli counter. Okay, let's assume it's an idli counter, but a lot of things have to be pre-prepared, like sambar or whatever gravies that you want to prepare. It has to be prepared in the central kitchen and then it has to be brought here. You can't make all the food. Maybe at least you can steam it hot, right? So you need to ensure that you have very lean menu and a lot of products should be assembled, should be able to assemble there. Like a burger, like how you assemble a burger. You've got patty, you've got this burger buns and some veggies, cheese. So you can quickly assemble. So that kind of models will work. QSR is where you can offer some minimum seating space, like example of Wow Momo. Ideally, it is done between 300 to 400 square foot. Investment required 8 to 10 lakh. It might go above this investment when it comes to some metros. Manpower required is 4 to 5. Expected sale is 15,000 to 25,000 per day, right? So whatever is expected sale they mentioned, it can go beyond this also. In fact, I have even done like 25,000 in this kiosk model. Some of my students have done it. Right? So depending on the location, this sales might go up also. Even a QSR, you can make 30,000. Depends on the location again. All right. So QSR, you will offer minimal seating space, which means the customer can wait for a certain period. But again, that should be a quick service. All right. That's the next model. So can you name any food models that you have seen in QSR? QSR, can you type in the chat box, please? Yes, yes. KFC has got a little larger space. Yeah, something like a downgraded version of KFC, some local brands. Yeah, some chai chains. Wow Momo. Yeah. iBaco kind of concepts, ice cream parlors, Naturals ice cream, yeah, rolls, pizza, donuts, Krispy Kreme, yeah, lassi kind of concept, donuts, burger, yeah, rice bowls concept. Awesome, awesome, super. So next, when it comes to the cafe is done between 800 to 1,000 square foot. An investment record is 15 to 25 lakh, right? And of course, it will go beyond this again, depending on the location, depending on how you want to set this up. All right. So in metros, even people invest 40 lakh in a cafe. It depends on the space completely. Manpower record is 4 to 5. An expected sale is 25,000 to 30,000 per day. Right. So even the sale can go beyond this also. And cafe is a place where people come for experience. You don't go to a cafe just to have food, isn't it? You go there because you have a meeting. It could be professional or it could be personal, like you want to meet friend, right? You wanted to spend some time there, like 45 minutes, 1 hour, because that's more of a meeting place than an eating place, right? Of course, some people go for food, but ideally you want to go there, spend some time. So in that model, definitely similar manpower I have mentioned, like QSR, cafe, similar manpower I mentioned because people will wait for 15, 20 minutes. Right? Guys, again, I'm telling you, please keep your questions. I will try to answer, or my team will answer at the end of the session. I may not be able to take questions right now. That will distract the flow. And even I might miss your questions if you put it, because there are hundreds of people attending it. I might miss out your messages. Hope this is clear. All right. So in a cafe, you can have a very elaborative menu because customers can wait for 15, 20 minutes. They don't mind. And that's the reason your manpower required is also on the similar side when it comes to QSR, right? So expected sale 25,000 to 30,000 per day. So now can you tell me any cafe brands that you have come across, similar models? Yeah. CCD, Starbucks, Barista, Polar Beer, Domino's, Subway, Costa, awesome. McD, there are a lot of brands. Third Wave Coffee, Blue Tokai. There are a lot of even coffee chains these days. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Lot of tea brands as well. Super. So what are the types of outlet formats? First is the cart or counter, very small outlet done between 20 to 50 square foot. Investment required 70,000 to 1 lakh. Manpower required 1 to 2. Expected sale 3,000 to 4,000 rupees per day. Kiosk done between 40 to 100 square foot. Investment required 3 to 5 lakh. Manpower required 2 to 3. Expected sale is 10,000 to 15,000 rupees per day. Express is done between 100 to 200 square foot. QSR is quick service restaurant, 300 to 400 square foot. Investment required 8 to 10 lakh. Manpower record is 4 to 5. Expected sale is 15,000 to 20,000 rupees per day. Cafe done between 800 to 1,000 square foot. Investment record 15 to 25 lakh. Manpower record 4 to 5. Expected sale is 20,000 to 30,000 per day. Right? This is clear so far, guys. Do you like this flow? Are you all enjoying so far? You find this informative? Some of you might have already gone through this, or some of you might have already observed, right? You might find it very simple, but a lot of people don't know these models and the kind of investment and the resources and the kind of sale that people have to make, right? So it could be simple, but these are data points that are very important, right? So now tell me, what kind of model you wanted to start? Do you want to start a kiosk, cart, QSR, cafe? Which one you wanted to start? Please type in the chat, please. Please type in the chat, please. Yes, yes, yes. QSR, kiosk, express, cafe, QSR, kiosk, cafe. Awesome. Awesome. Cafe, QSR, kiosk. Awesome. Chat counter, tea kiosk. Super. 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 So some of the profitable formats, though there are a lot of food models in this business, some of the profitable formats which are already proven, tea coffee is one, milkshake, fresh juice is one, and you could take chaat, burger, sandwich, wraps, cafe. It could be tea, coffee concept like take Starbucks. There are a lot of new age brands that have come up like Third Life Coffee, Blue Tokai, Abbey Coffee, a lot of coffee brands that are heavily funded brands that are there. Coffee consumption is really picking up. It's growing equivalent to, I mean, not equivalent to, but like tea, it is also growing. And tea chains like Chayos, Chai Point, national brands, there are a lot of national brands, regional brands, Italian concept. You could start an Italian concept in cafe, street food, and regional products, right? See, a lot of people now they wanted to get back to the roots. They also wanted to give the native, authentic products, regional products in a new format. Yes. So you would have had this food in your childhood, but people would have missed it. But if you give it in a modern format, people are ready to take it up. Yes or no? How many of you are observing this trend? Not necessarily these models, but there could be other model where people would have forgotten those food products, but you can take that. It can be a nostalgia thing for them, right? It could be a great USP for your model. Exactly. Exactly. You can also come up with those models, right? Not really restricted to these models. The concept is the same. See, when it comes to location selection is the same for any model, any food. Menu design, almost the same for any model, right? Be it recruitment or store design, almost it's going to be the same. Core concept is going to be the same, but the food can be different. All right, fried chicken, momo, waffles, these are all profitable formats which are proven where there are a lot of brands, they're making money, so you can also start. Right. So now coming to the important part of the session, advanced location selection framework. How many of you are in the process of hunting for a location? How many of you in the process of hunting for a location? Type P in the chat box, please. Type P in the chat box, please. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing this? Two months, 1 month, 6 months, 2 months, 1 month, just a week, 3 months, from last 1 month, 3 months, a week, 1 month, 2 months. How many of you have already got exhausted? 6 months, 2 months. How many of you really got exhausted? People have been trying for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Me. How many of you think? How many of you think this is difficult? Location hunt itself is very difficult. So I'm not very sure if I can start this business. How many of you have that doubt? How many of you are not confident? Because location selection is hard. I'm not getting a proper location. If I get a proper location, I will start. How many of you have this mindset? How many of you have this mindset? If I get a location, I will start. A lot of people have this problem. I need to get a chef or master to do this. All right. So the model that you're talking about is a chefless model, masterless model, raw materials. Okay. A lot of difficulties, right? One such difficulty is location. A lot of people do it wrong. A lot of people do it wrong. The number one thing, you need to be really, really careful when it comes to location selection. Location will either grow your business or kill your business. Yes or no? Yes or no? A lot of people invest in a wrong location. And even a lot of franchise brands do this mistake of setting up in a wrong location. Yes or no? How many of you have seen this? People opening outlets, closing outlets in the first 3 6 months. They would have launched it within the first 3 6 months. You would have seen people closing these outlets. And during that time, you will question the model itself. You will question the business itself. You will think that food business will not work. Food business is not profitable. How many of you came to a conclusion like that? How many of you have that kind of an understanding? Because food business is risky. A lot of people shut down outlets. They lose the money. Right? So any business, there will be winners, there will be losers. Yes or no? Yes or no? People who do it right, they will win. People who do it wrong, they will lose and they will complain the complete business. They will say this business is not profitable. Business ideas don't fail, execution fails. Yes or no? If you don't execute that business, it will fail. You go on a street, if there are 10 outlets, all the outlets are giving proper service. If they are set up in the right location, all of them are profitable. How are they profitable? How are they profitable? Why we are struggling when it comes to even location selection? Because we think if we know how to make food, we can be a successful food entrepreneur. How many of you have this mindset? If we offer quality food, if we give good food, we can be successful as a food entrepreneur. How many of you have this mindset? Type M in the chat box, please. Type M in the chat box, please. Of course, there is no alternate. M. Awesome. Of course, there is no alternate. You need to give good food, but that alone will not help you to be successful in this business. Now, how many of you agree with me on this? You need to be there in the right location, give proper service, consistent food all the time. Only then you are going to be successful. Exactly. So one such thing is location selection. So please carefully listen to this. Please carefully listen to this. That's principle. See, when I started this business way back in 2016, I miserably failed because of wrong location selection and business model. I had to shut down all the 3 outlets. I lost 25 lakhs. I lost 25 lakhs in the first 3 years. If you don't want to repeat those mistakes, then please carefully listen to this. All right. This I learned after going through multiple failures, after losing all that money. That's principle. Visibility, access, traffic, trading area, and signage. What is this principle? Guys, you can take a lot of notes. Right? Please note questions. If you have anything, you can ask at the end. This is not like watching an IPL match, right? So please carefully listen to this. Visibility. It should be on the high street, away from drains and gutters. Away from drains and gutters. Main road facing. Because a lot of people, when they hunt for a location, after 1 month, they feel exhausted. They will think, okay, I need one location where I can start my business. They forget that visibility is more important, more crucial. Right? So even if you offer good food, you have to be in a place where people can discover you. If you are somewhere on the sub road where people may not be able to even see you, how will people come? Only when you have good visibility, there are chances that more people will see your outlet. Only if they see the outlet, they will engage in that location. Only if they engage, they will walk into your outlet. Only when they walk into your outlet, sales will happen. You get this or not? Guys, only if you are on a main road, even if it's a sub road, it should have good visibility. Only if you have good visibility, more people will see your outlet. If more people see the outlet, then there are chances that part of the crowd will walk into your outlet. Then sales will happen. All right. So minimum 10 to 12 feet frontage. So let's say if you have shortlisted a location and if the frontage is only 7 feet, The frontage is the width of the outlet. If the shop is like this, the width of the outlet is the frontage. If the width of the outlet is only 7 feet, does it look like a passage or a proper outlet? Type P if you think, yes, it looks like a passage rather than a proper outlet. Type P in the chat box, please. Yes, yes. Exactly. That will definitely look like a passage. Why this is important? Because your visibility is dependent on your frontage. Only if you have at least 10 to 12 feet frontage, you can have a main board, a signage on the top. Signage if you have less than 7 feet or 9 feet, it is not going to be visible. I've rejected a lot of my mentees' location because of frontage. Everything will be good. Access, traffic, engagement, everything will be good. Because of visibility, I have rejected those locations. Access, it should be on the ground floor. Never take a first floor property. It should have access from main road. One of my students, Saravanan, wanted to select this location. He got us a location. And he sent all the location videos, photographs, engagement details, competition details. So this location is on a highway where this is on a service road. Please listen carefully. This is on a service road. And the access to the outlet is 50 meters before. If you miss that access, you will have to travel 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. Take a U-turn and then reach this outlet. Let's assume you're traveling on a highway. And you miss this outlet. You want to have some snack or tea or coffee. You miss this outlet. Now tell me, and it's not a brand, it's a new brand. If you miss this outlet on a highway, will you travel 4 kilometers, like to and fro, and reach this outlet, or will you look for the next outlet? Type N in the chat box, please. Type N in the chat box, please. If you think that, yes, I missed this outlet, if there is no access, I will look for the next outlet because it's not brand specific. N. Definitely. You will look for the next available outlet, which means your access to your location is very important. Right? It will be on the main road. It will have good visibility, frontage, everything is great. But if you don't have access, never select a location like that. Traffic, footfall traffic versus vehicle traffic. What's footfall traffic? All of us know what is vehicle traffic. Number of vehicles crossing in and around that location is called vehicle traffic. What is footfall traffic? Number of people crossing in and around that location is called footfall traffic. Is this clear? Because when you have a location, bang on the signal. Let's say you have a location, bang on the signal. There is good visibility. There is good access. But if there are no people walking in and around the store, people might tell you, my first outlet, this was one of the mistake. A lot of people have told me, I saw an outlet. I saw this brand, but sorry, I couldn't park. So there were no options for people to walk. Will you get walk-ins for the store? If this is the case, good vehicle traffic, good engagement, everything is great. But if there's no footfall traffic, no, your sale will not be great. Because majority of your sales will come from 1 to 2 kilometers in and around the outlet. This is very, very crucial. Now tell me, if you go to your office, how much time do you have for a tea break? Guys, existing outlet owners also, please reevaluate your location. Whether you're on the right location or if you wanted to start another location, ensure that you follow this. How much time do we have for a tea break? Ideally 15 minutes. Exactly. Exactly. So will you travel? Will you travel 3 kilometers every time, twice a day to have snack, and a cup of coffee or tea or some juice or milkshake? No, no. You look for the nearest outlet. Imagine you would have been regular to a food outlet for years together, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because that outlet is near to your workplace. Exactly. Exactly. So majority of your sales will come from 1 to 2 kilometers in around the outlet. So ensure that you have enough engagements. So there should be good amount of people whom you think are your target customers. They should be able to walk into your outlet. All right. That's with respect to traffic. Now, trading. Yeah. I call it as engagement. What is engagement? This is very, very important point we consider when it comes to shortlisting locations. For what reason people should walk into your outlet? For what reason people should walk into your outlet? There has to be some strong reason for people to walk in. There has to be some strong engagements, engagement points. Imagine, imagine you go to your workplace, you go to your office. During the break, you wanted to have food, you look for the outlet. Let's say if you're a student, you go to college, and after your college hours, you'd want to go to an outlet and have some snack. You travel via bus or train or flight. You go there, you have some time, you look for outlets nearby. You travel on highways. So footfall traffic will not be applicable for highways. Highways people don't walk, right? They only have vehicles. And then you wanted to stop for break. Residential apartments, families and youngsters, but this should not be the only engagement. Why? Because people will make food at home, especially snack outlets, right? So it can be one of the engagement. All right. Hostels and PGs. Let's say you stay in the PG or a hostel. You go there and you order, and after your dinner, you might want to have juice or a snack. Let's say you go to a hospital, right? Shopping area, temples, heritage places. So these are all engagement points, right? So who will be the customers there? For institutions, students, kids, parents, business parks like small offices, bank, IT parks, government offices, registrar office, court. Who will come there? Professionals, business folks, railway station, travelers, hostels, PG, students, working professionals, hospitals, attendants, cab drivers, healthcare professionals, shopping area. You go to shopping and you wanted to have some food. Shoppers, shopkeepers, vendors, temples, heritage places, devotees. So if you wanted to get a good sale, you need to have at least 3 to 4 engagements like this in and around your outlet. So a lot of people might have this. Okay, I am trying to set up an outlet inside a mall, inside a tech park. There are no multiple engagements. There's only one engagement. Can I take that location? Yes. If one engagement, if one IT park, one mall can give you sales upwards of 10, 15,000 rupees, let's say for a kiosk or express that we're talking about, let's say for a cafe, it is going to be 30, 40,000 rupees more. If that one engagement can give you that kind of a sale, if one engagement is enough for you to generate that sale, then yes. Else, if you're considering a public outlet, you need to have minimum 3 to 4 engagements. Guys, this part is very important. This is clear. This is clear. Type E if this is clear. Any location that you intend to finalize, you should have minimum 3 to 4 engagements. Guys, I want all of you to type. I know some of you are lying down and having a mobile like this and watching this, right? try to connect from a system or a laptop. Even if you're connecting from a mobile, ensure that you attend this and take down notes. Guys, I want all of you to type E in the chat box, please. Come on. I want energy in the room. Yes, yes. Awesome. Awesome. So ensure there are enough engagements, right? It should have 3 to 4 engagements. Awesome. So next is signage. It should have clear signage. Should be visible from 50 to 100 meters. So the location that you intend to finalize, it should have good facility to keep the name board, sideboard. When you're traveling by a bike or car, you're not going to travel like this. You're going to travel like this. Which means you need to have, the outlet should have good facility to have proper signage. All right, sideboard, main board, and stuff. So what did we saw with respect to VATS principle? Visibility should be on high street, away from drains and gutters. Access should be good from the main road. Minimum 10 to 12 feet frontage. Traffic, footfall versus vehicle traffic. Footfall traffic is important. Majority of your sales will come from 1 to 2 kilometers in and around the outlet. So within 1 to 2 kilometers, you need to have enough engagements. More engagements, more walk-ins, more sales. All right. So please do not miss this. Right. So if you do this, then you will ensure that you have the right location. All right. That's with respect to VATS principle. Prerequisite. Before you finalize a location, finalize your menu first. What kind of menu you wanted to offer, and ensure that you have good kitchen facilities, workstation facilities to execute that menu. Because if your kitchen is not designed, then you may not be able to offer those, even you may not be able to prepare those items. Let's say if you wanted to offer some deep fried items, if there is no exhaust facility, or if you don't have enough space in the kitchen to make that kind of a menu item, to keep all the equipments, then it is hard. Understand the engagement type before you finalize a location. Average bill per day and ticket size. How to arrive at average bills per day, average sales, right? So let's say if your average bill value is 100 rupees, what is average bill value? Let's take an example of, let's say, tea coffee model. Let's say you're selling coffee at 30 rupees or 25 rupees, and then you're selling sandwich at 60, 70 rupees, or a native food at 60, 70 rupees. When a customer comes in, he might get a sandwich and a coffee. Average people, average bill. Some people might come in groups, they might buy for 300 rupees. Some people might buy only for 50 rupees. But I'm talking about the average bill value per customer. If your average bill value for your particular format is 100 rupees, if you wanted to generate a sale of 10,000 rupees per day, now tell me how many walk-ins you need. I've already written it, but I want you to type. How many walk-ins you need to generate so that you can make a sale of 10,000 per day. Exactly. 100 walk-ins. Let's say you want to make a sale of 20,000. How many walk-ins you need to generate? Remaining, considering the average bill value is 100 rupees. Someone says 120, 20,000. Yeah. 20,000, not 12,000, 20,000. So your walk-in should be 200 plus. Okay. Then let's assume your average bill value is 200 rupees. I'm changing average bill value to 200 rupees. And if you want to make a sale of 30,000 rupees, let me see who gets this right. Someone says 300. 250. No, 150. 150. So if your average bill value is 200, if your expected sale is 30,000, you need to generate walk-in of 150 plus. You get this or not? This is important. This is important. So you need to observe before you finalize a location. Ensure that you observe for 2-3 days. Pay some token advance, let's say 5,000 or 10,000 before you pay the full advance. Observe for 2-3 days and see whether you're getting that footfall or not. I will also take you through when it comes to competition analysis, how to analyze that also. All right. So placements, when it comes to cart counter kiosks, you can look at supermarkets, malls, theaters, institutions, food street, parking space, property. Ensure that you have enough water supply, drainage facility, exhaust facility. A lot of location that comes, people say you can arrange water. Don't do that. You should have good water and drainage facility and exhaust facility and minimum locking period of 3 years. Why minimum locking period of 3 years? Why? Why should you have this clause in the agreement? When your business is good, when your business is good, when your business is good, and if the landlords see the outlet every single day, he might feel greedy, yes or no. He may think you're making a lot of money and you're not paying him enough. That's one. Somebody else will come and tell the owner, I will pay 10,000 more, I will pay 5,000 more. It has happened with me. It has happened with me, right? So that's the reason we need to mention this clause in the rental agreement. See, a lot of people, it could be very simple, but it's a very powerful clause, yes or no. Yes or no, especially if you're a first-time business owner. If you don't know, you will end up losing your complete business. That's the reason you need to know how to execute this business. Execution matters the most. A lot of people think, okay, I have some recipes, I have some SOPs, or I can hire a master, I can hire a chef, right? And I can run it successfully. If you're super overconfident like that, right? Let me tell you, it's very hard. It's very hard for you to become successful. If you've got really good experience in food business, then please do it right away on your own. Without systems, also you can be successful. But if you don't have any systems like this, if you don't have any clarity on how to execute this, then please ensure that you learn all the systems in a proper manner. You might know certain things, but there are a lot of things that you will not be aware. Yes or no? Yes or no? Can we all do this with a learning mindset, with a student mindset? A lot of people think, okay, I've got enough experience. I'm an experienced software engineer. I'm an experienced investment banker. I know better things. I worked in a corporate. I myself been into a business for 10 years now, 20 years now. You need not tell me all this. If you have that kind of a mindset, then even if there are 2-3 things that you do not know, that you will not be able to learn it. Yes or no? Yes or no? How many of you can transform yourself to have an open mindset? Yes. Type O in the chat box, please. Because the next thing I'm going to give you, you would have never learned in your life. I can guarantee you that. So to do that, I want you to have a very, very open mindset. Not like I know this thing, right? Please leave that. That is not going to take you places. All right. So now I'm going to show you how to use Google Maps and hunt for a location and finalize a location. Let's assume that you've kind of shortlisted a location. You've kind of shortlisted a location, but now you want to analyze whether engagements are good, traffic is good. So go to Google Maps. Go to Google Maps. Search for the nearest popular place near to your shortlisted location. Near to your shortlisted location. So let's assume that I have got a location in Thousand Lights, Chennai. I've got a location in Thousand Lights, Chennai. So I'm searching this restaurant, which is just 200 meters away from the shortlisted location. So search for a nearest food outlet or a popular place nearby your shortlisted location. Scroll down and check if they've got more than 500 reviews. Scroll down and check if they've got more than 500 reviews, because only if you have more than 500 reviews, you will have data. All right. So, number one, search for the nearest popular place or food outlet near to your shortlisted location. Scroll down and check if you've got more than 500 reviews, and then scroll down and come down to popular times. You can select Monday till Sunday. So Monday, this graph will show you how is the footfall in a particular timing. Can you see this graph? Guys, between 1 to 3 o'clock, you've got maximum footfall. And the next high footfall is during 7 to 8. And for Tuesdays, again, the same period, you've got higher footfall, 1 to 3. Again, 7 to 8. Wednesday. See, compared to Tuesday, Wednesday footfall is more. Can you see this on the graph? Can you see this on the graph? This particular footfall is improved. Thursdays, even higher footfall. Friday, even higher footfall. Saturday, you've got the maximum footfall. Can you see this difference? Guys, you get this or not? Are you getting this? Type yes in the chat box, please, if you're able to get this. Scroll for the nearest popular place or restaurant in that locality. Let's assume it is 200 meters away from your outlet, from the shortlisted location. Scroll down, check if they've got more than 500 reviews. Scroll down on popular times and then click on this. Right? So can you see the Sundays have got very, very less footfalls? Why? Saturdays more footfall. Sunday you've got very, very less footfall. Can you see the difference? Why? Because this location is surrounded by a lot of commercial places, offices, retail outlets. That's the reason this location is not crowded on Sundays. Imagine this location is near to a mall or near to a shopping area, near to a theater. Will it have more footfalls on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays compared to weekdays? Exactly. It will have more footfall in the weekends, because when your location is surrounded by activities which are more evident during the weekends. All right. This is number one. Number two, scroll down. Scroll down. Come near layers. Keep the mouse over on layers. Keep the mouse over on layers and click on traffic. You need to come down. Keep the mouse over. Do not click. Keep the mouse over on layers and click on traffic. Click on traffic. Now you can see there is a small toolbar here. Guys, please carefully listen to this. This is important. There is a small toolbar here. It will be mentioned live traffic. Change it to typical traffic. Change it to typical traffic. Okay. So now you can select the days. Sunday, Monday till Saturday. Let's say I've selected Monday. You can scroll down the timings here. You can scroll down timings here. Can you see the change in the graph? I'm sorry, the map. Which is the peak time. During the peak time, there are more yellows and reds. Can you see this? There are equal amount of and there are more reds and yellows during the peak time. Let's say at 6, 7 o'clock, there'll be more traffic. So you can analyze the vehicle traffic during this time. And you can click on other days like Tuesdays. See more traffic. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So the next step is scroll down, keep mouse over on layers, and then click on traffic. You will find toolbar. Then you can scroll this option and then check the vehicle traffic. All right. So now Now you're going to check engagements. This is a very, very important thing. Please listen carefully. Please listen carefully. So what kind of engagements are there near to this? Let's assume that your location is somewhere nearby, just 200 meters nearby to this restaurant. So you're going to check the engagements. How many of you remember engagements when I took you through that? How many do you remember engagement points? Me. Awesome. Awesome. So just check what other engagements are there. There is a Apollo Hospital nearby. Can you see this? Apollo Hospital nearby. There is Madras Management Association. It's a business complex. There are nearby cafes and restaurant. Right? There is a furniture showroom nearby. There is a bank nearby. There is a co-working space. Can you see this? Work easy. There is a co-working space nearby. There is Cholamandalam DBS Finance Company nearby. Can you see this? There's an IT department office nearby. There's a police station. Right? There are a lot of lodges nearby. There is another Apollo Hospital nearby. Can you see this? KTDC, there is a hotel nearby. There's a company called Rubber Industries. Can you see this? There's a company called Frost and Sullivan nearby. A lot of showrooms. A lot of lodges nearby. Right. And co-working spaces. Right. So can you name the engagements? What kind of engagements are there? What engagements you saw in and around this location? Can you type in the chat box, please? Can you type in the chat, please? Yes, college, hospitals, offices, government office. There is an IT department, work locations like business complex, finance company, there's an IT company, hotels, largest shopping area. Shopping area is very less. There's more commercial workplaces. There's a metro station nearby, yes. Exactly. Lodges. There are a lot of restaurants nearby. See, when there are a lot of food outlets nearby which are doing well, which means that there is already a market where people are paying. There is buying power in the customer. Yes or no? Yes or no? There is already a brand which is established, like let's say McDonald's or KFC, which means there is a validation that people are eating out. McDonald's or KFC or Domino's doesn't put up a location just like that. Yes or no? Yes or no? And there's a brand nearby. It means a very, very strong validation. And a lot of people still have this. There is so much of competition in this business. There are so many outlets. If there is competition, how will I succeed? How many of you have this doubt? There is so much of competition. How will I survive in this market? How can I be successful in this market? Can you name any business without competition? Can you name any business without any competition? And in this business, even if there are 10 outlets on the street, if all the 10 outlets are offering quality product, good service, good consistent products, unique products, there has to be some strong reason for people to come down to your outlet. You can't be another copy paste. Why there are a lot of franchise outlets that shut down? It's because they follow a copy paste model. Not every not every brands, but most of the brands that I'm talking about. You need to understand what exactly the customer wants. Right? So even if the 10 outlets on the street, and if all the outlets are offering good quality product, unique in their own way, consistent product, good service, have you seen all the outlets doing good? Have you seen all the outlets doing good? People who don't execute the right way, people don't offer a quality product, people fail in terms of customer service. There you will not find crowd. There you will not find crowd. But people are doing it. People go back again and again. You as a consumer, you ask yourself, as a consumer, you go to a food outlet regularly. Why? Why? For what reason you go there? There are multiple outlets that are opening, closing. Why do you go there? Because of the consistency in terms of taste, consistency in terms of service, quality. So if you want to be successful, you need to execute the right way. People who do it right, they're going to be the winners. Yes or no? If you compare yourself with losers, you might also lose. You need to see, you need to understand who's successful and why are they successful. If you have that kind of a positive frame of mindset, you can learn from them. You can implement accordingly. Yes or no? How many of you believe in this? Rather than having a negative mindset of not, okay, this will not work, a lot of people shutting down, I may not be able to do it, I am not confident. It is not rocket science, isn't it? It is pure common sense. Yes or no? Yes or no? According to me, running business, you need to have common sense, not rocket science. Intelligence is not required. You need to be have you need to have the right decision making skills. That's it. A lot of people fail in this. A lot of people are not successful not because they're not good at skills. I've seen a lot of people that are really good at making food, but miserably failed in the business. Yes, exactly. Guys, how many of you find these AI hacks amazing? I've never used Google Maps like this. I've never used Google Maps like this. How many of you find these hacks amazing? Using Google Maps, I can analyze the engagement, competition nearby, and can decide exactly. It's a data driven decision. If you're able to use the tools that are available to us in the right way, use the systems the right way, you can also build a profitable business. Exactly. So, what did I tell you? Search for the nearest popular place in and around that locality. Check if they got more than 500 reviews. Scroll down, check for popular times. Scroll down, have house hour and layers, click on traffic, use the toolbar and check the engagements. Right? Hope my voice is clear. Do not select a high rental location, high security deposit, wide civil and plumbing work scope. You can always go with high rental, but ensure that you'll have enough amount of sales in that location, right? High security deposit, wide civil and plumbing work scope. Because if you do a lot of civil work, you're not going to remove that when you move out of the location. So ensure that you don't get into that. Ideally, 6 months advance, sometimes 12 months rental as the advance is okay. But beyond that, please don't do it. Without parking space, at least you need to have parking space on the road, if not a parking space allocated to the shop. And no subletting. Do not get into a shop where somebody else is running, they are subletting it to you. Never ever do that. All right. So location selection twice. Also show you the case study, right? Let's say you're launching a tea, coffee, cafe, tea, coffee kind of a model. So, what are all the minimum requirements? Guys, please listen to this. Sometimes it will be overwhelming because you're learning this to ensure that you build a profitable business. You might have not sat down continuously for 2.5 hours, learned a lot of stuff, but we don't have a choice. Yes or no? Yes or no? We want all of us want to invest in a business and make profits. To ensure that we make profits, we need to learn. Before you invest your hard-earned money, you need to know how to use that money and execute. How many of you agree with me on this? How many of you agree with me on this? The last thing you need to think about is money. That's a problem, but that's the last thing that you need to think about. A lot of people keep that as a first problem. Whenever you think of starting a business, the immediate hurdle is money. I don't have money, so I'm not prepared. I'm not working on anything to start. You can always arrange money to start, but prior to that, whether do you have the right plan, right business plan? Why would someone want to come down have food at your outlet if there are hundreds of outlets on the street? Those are very important. See, I miserably failed in the first 3 years of starting my business and then scaled to 16 outlets, then pivoted into a community model like this. I'm telling you, before I succeeded, I miserably failed because I thought I am super smart. I know everything. I never listened to anybody. I never had a mentor. That's the reason failure gave me a slap. And I lost 25 lakhs because of acting smart, not actually smart. A smart person is the one who listens, who learns on a continuous basis. Yes or no? Yes or no? A smart person is not one who's acting smart. There are a lot of people, 99% of the people act smart, but they're not smart. You decide whether you want to act smart or be actually smart. If you want to be actually smart, you need to know things which the rest of the world doesn't know. All right. So this tool, you can use it and then select a location. It's a very, very powerful, important tool that my mentees use, right? So location, minimum requirements. What is the space? Whatever is the space, let's say 100, 200 square foot, 300 square foot, you can just mention it. Frontage, if you have got a frontage or not, 10 to 12 feet. What are the engagements there? So you need to literally write down everything here. You need to literally, these are key points, examples and custom notes. So you need to write down when it comes to analyzing your location. Yes. Right. So water facility, whether water facility is there or not, exhaust facility, parking facility, agreement duration, 3 years locking period, rental advance, whether 6 months or 8 months or 10 months, you need to write it down here. I will show you a case study where my mentee has written it. Don't worry. Monthly rent, which is like 10% of the expected monthly sale. So I will take you through this in the unit economics session. Don't worry about it right now. Distance from home, signage visibility, nearby competition, and model fit. So you can fill all the details here and then you can checklist whether you have got it or not. Whether you have got this right or not. Okay. So with respect to milkshake fresh juice, slightly these will vary. Nearby schools, colleges, tuition centers, parks, gyms, tourist spots, shopping streets. So what kind of engagements are there? And what is the ideal space? Right? Target audience. Who's your target audience there? And what is the expected footfall? Water facility, drainage facility, exhaust facility, parking facility, agreement duration, rental advance, monthly rent, distance from home. Why this is important? Why this is important? The location that you intend to finalize should not have a travel time of more than 15 to 20 minutes or max half an hour. Why? It's for your first outlet. If you have travel time of 45 minutes or 1 hour, will you go to the outlet every single day? Will you go to the outlet if your travel time to the outlet is more than 45 minutes, 1 hour? Yes or no? Obviously, no. Obviously, no. You will not travel 1 hour every single day because that's your business. For work, you might travel because your boss might ask you, but here you are the boss. You might tell your employee, today I'm not coming. But at least half an hour to 1 hour. See, I'm not asking you to stay at the outlet continuously for 10, 12 hours. You can't do it. I have a lot of my students are working professionals who are running successfully. They go there, spend 30 minutes, 1 hour every single day, but at least half an hour, 1 hour. I did that. My first outlet was just 15, 20 minutes away from my home office. Right? It's a very, very important indicator. What other competition is there and then model fit. Similar thing for fried chicken, momo, waffle, chat, burger, sandwich, wrap. So I will give this bonus tool as a bonus. You can also verify this when you start hunting for the location. All right. So location selection case study. One of my student, Rajkumar, selected the right location, is making 4 lakh every month. All right. And I will tell you, I will show you how one of my mentee, Chakravarti, who selected the right using this location selection tool. Can you see this? Can you see this location selection tool? So these are the 5 locations which he shortlisted. Out of the 5, he selected the one that is in the green, marked in green. Right? So data visit, location, open space, how much open space is there, total square foot, whether you've got frontage or not, how much frontage you've got, 10 feet or 12 feet, you can mention. He has mentioned it. Engagements, what other engagements are there? Other competition nearby, expected footfall, water facility, EB facility, drainage facility, exhaust facility, parking facility, agreement duration, rental advance, distance from home. See, he has done it for all the 5 locations. And finally, he selected this location. Now he is making 4.5 to 5 lakh every month. This particular location with the frontage, with the engagements, competition, the footfall. See, can you see this footfall? He's literally measured the footfall during the particular time. Can you see this? Water, drainage facility, parking facility, agreement duration, rental, distance from home. So out of the 5 locations, he got this location. Now tell me whether data is powerful or not. Whether data is powerful or not. Yes or no? Yes or no? A lot of people think, okay, if I take a franchise, someone will come and help me select location, right? Even around next level, there is a long-term program, right? I will talk about it in the later part of the session. It's too early to talk about it right now. But if you join with us, we will help you shortlist the location. So none of this is going to be physical. It's all digital. So we've got 523 outlets across India, and all the locations have been selected through this digital mode. All of this is through data. Data never lies. Numbers don't lie. Yes or no? If you have solid data that yes, these are all the reasons why I should select a location, your location may not go wrong. Rather than you doing all this stuff, you do some random calculation. Or if somebody tells you that go ahead with this location, if you're doing it, then it is going to be disaster. And that's the main reason a lot of people shut down outlets in the first 3 to 6 months. All right. See what kind of groundwork you need to do when it comes to this location. You can take a map and you can mark engagements like this. Can you see this? What are the engagements nearby? Target customers, staff from these companies like TVS, Tata, transporters, schools, church, stadium. Theater. Right? And this is the open area that they selected. Here they've set up in the location, right? So let me see if I can play the interview at a later point in time. I can also show this, how this turned out. See, this is the real location. This is a location where they started. You saw this open area, right? It is transformed to a location like this. They're making close to 4.5 lakh every month currently. Yes, so that's with respect to location selection case study. So what do we saw with respect to location? Location selection tool, do's or don'ts in terms of location, high rental, high security deposit, wide civil and plumbing work scope, without parking space. When it comes to AI hacks, Google Maps, prerequisite, and Matt's principle, right? So how do you find this part of the session? How do you find this part of the session? Amazing, insightful, informative, awesome. It's good, great, awesome, very much useful. Good, fantastic learning, insightful, especially Google Maps. Very good information, very systematic, insightful, awesome. Awesome, unknown details, very good info, learned many new things. Super, super. So, how many of you wanted to learn more? You will have to spend another hour with me. How many of you wanted to learn more? Yes. How many of you really enjoying that? Yes, I'm really enjoying. I really wanted to learn more and do this in a very structured manner, in a profitable manner. Type ELM in the chat box, please. Type ELM in the chat box, please. If you wanted to learn more, I'm going to take you through another important part. Yes, yes, yes. I know all of us are busy, right? You might be working, you might be into business, in different fields, but this is once in a lifetime, according to me. All right. So please ensure you attend without any distractions. All right. It will be pain. I understand sitting continuously for 2.5 hours in place and then attending this might be a struggle, but let's go through the struggle because I strongly believe there is no gain without pain, right? If you're not ready to go through this temporary pain, you will not gain anything. All right. So now, how many of you think money is a problem? Money, I have problem when it comes to arranging money to start a business. Type M in the chat box, please. Type M in the chat box, please. Stay till the end. I'm going to give you lots and lots of bonuses, lots and lots of tools. Okay, like competitor analysis, location selection tools, session one notes, outlet formats, Google My Business, brand name selection, how to select the best tea powder, coffee powder, W monthly income model, a lot of templates, which it took me years to do it. I'm going to give it. So don't exit this template. Awesome. Yum, yum, yum. Yes. So move the load. I'm going to give you an option where there's central government scheme out in to get मंत्री उत्तराखंड मंत्री type C if this is clear. Hope I'm audible now. Type C to reconfirm, please. Type C if this is clear. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So let me put off the time, the video for the time being. Hope I'm audible. Yes. Can we proceed? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for confirming. Thank you. So Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, PMMY, it's a central government scheme. It's a business loan without any collateral. All right. So you don't need a security. You don't need security, any documents, property documents to avail this loan. Right. And it has got the lowest interest rate. And it's easy to avail. No business experience required. No balance sheet is required. No business experience required. No balance sheet is required. Even if you're straight out of college, if you're a homemaker, you can still get this loan provided you have the proper project report. And it is focused on small businesses. Right. So Mudra loan, PMMY, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, business loan without any collateral, lowest interest rate, easy to avail, no business experience required, no balance sheet is required, focused on small businesses. There are three types of Mudra loan: Sishu, Kishore, and Tarun. Sishu is up to 50,000, Kishore is 50,000 to 5 lakh, Tarun is 5 to 10 lakh. Right. Interest rate, public sector banks, these interest rates might change depending on the RBI repo rate, but always 1% higher when it comes to private banks. So you can check the current interest rate with the bank. So there are three types of Mudra loans. So which banks offer Mudra loans? Public sector banks like SBI, Canara Bank, United Bank of India, Indian Overseas Bank, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Union Bank of India. So these are the public sector banks. Public sector banks are very, very keen when it comes to dispersing these loans. Also, private banks give, but not very keen as private public banks. IndusInd, Bandhan Bank, ICICI, Access, IDFC, and also NBFCs like non-banking finance corporation like Muthoot, Fullerton, small finance bank like Equitas, payback period like 3 to 5 years. Like when you get a loan, you can repay that in the next 3 to 5 years. Moratorium facility for the first 3 to 6 months. What is moratorium? Till the business starts generating cash flow, they'll give you time for the EMI payment, right? Time to make the EMI payment, they'll give you, right? First 6 months after you get the loan, 3 to 6 months. So approach SME branch of your bank account. A lot of people don't get this loan is because they don't approach the right way. You need to approach the SME branch of your bank account. Whatever bank you got account with, always approach SME branch. All right. So which banks offer Mudra loans? Public sector banks. In fact, you got a lot of targets for public sector banks today to offer these loans. So they're very, very keen. Only thing is that you need to have the right CIBIL score and also approach the right way. Have good project report with you. SBI, Canara Bank, Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, Union Bank, and all this. SME is small and mid-sized enterprises. So you can look for SME branch. Every bank will have SME branch, right? Small finance bank, payback period, and approach SME branch. Purpose for equipments purchase like interior, furniture, working capital. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say if your total requirement is 6 lakhs, out of that, 4 lakhs is for equipments purchase and 2 lakhs is for working capital, where you will need funds to manage your day-to-day operations. So this 4 lakh, you can take it as a term loan. You can take it as a term loan. Term loan is when you pay back in EMI. Working capital, you can take it as overdraft account. What is overdraft? Let's say you're getting 2 lakh for working capital. If you've used only 50,000 for that particular month, you still have 1.5 lakh in the account. You will be charged only for the 50,000 interest. Okay, if you're not getting this, don't worry. You can check the chartered accountant. They will help you out. So this particular funds for equipments purchase interior furniture will be transferred to the vendor's account. Will be transferred to the vendor's account, not to your account. You got the difference, right? Working capital is for you, but for equipments purchase, you will need to get the quote from the vendor. That will be sent to the vendor directly to their bank account, not to your bank. All right, that's the purpose. Now, documents required. What all documents required? Udayam registration. It's called MSME document. It's very easy to apply. Just type Udyog Aadhaar on Google. You will get the link. You can apply Udyog Aadhaar. Then you can get the certificate. It's a very, very basic document and it's very easy to apply and get it. PAN Aadhaar card, of course, all of us will have. ID and address proof along with photos. Mudra loan application. Either you can have a hard copy application or there is a website called psbloan in 59minutes.com, or you can also apply on the bank website. In fact, SBI Bank, they've got their own application process. FSSI number, this once you finalize a location, you can get the FSSI, but prior to that, you can prepare the project report. GST number, not mandatory, but some banks might demand. Last 2 years income tax returns. See, even if you don't have this, if you're not worked anywhere, if you've not done business, this may not be required. But if you've worked somewhere, if you've done business, then this is mandatory. Bank statement 6 months to 2 years. Established proof. You could be a proprietor, partnership firm, or a private limited. See, whichever you belong to, you can submit documents like this. If you're a proprietor, you will have a Sharpal Establishment Act. If you're a partnership firm, if you have multiple partners in partnership firm, registration document, private limited with respect to this document. Clean civil history. This is very important. You need to have a good CIBIL score. See, this is important, right? If you give money to someone, on what basis you give? Can you type in the chat box, please? On what basis you give money to someone? Repaying capability, trust. How will you ensure that they have repaying capability? Banks will check their CIBIL score. Exactly. And rental agreement copy and then project report. Even if they have not taken a loan, no worries. They'll create your CIBIL. They'll check your accounts. They'll check your bank balance. What transaction have you done? All of that. If you have a credit card already, CIBIL will be there. Yeah. So what are the documents required? Udyog Aadhaar, PAN Aadhaar card, ID and address proof along with photos, Mudra loan application form, FSSI, GST, last 2 years income tax returns, bank statement, establishment proof, clean CIBIL history, rental agreement copy, and project report. So how to prepare a project report? This is a very, very important thing. See, on what basis banks will give you loans? Based on your business model. You need to explain the bank that it is a bankable project. It is a model where you will make money only when you give that clarification, only when you give that document as a document. Because a bank manager will not know what is the potential in this business. Not necessarily that person should know, right? So how to prepare a project report? Mention your company name and prepare a logo, intro about the founding team, brief your business model, revenue model, current market trends, setup cost with breakup, financial projections for the next 3 to 5 years. What is the projection? How much money will I make in the next 3 to 5 years? What is the balance sheet going to look like? Growth forecast, because the bank should believe you to give the loan. Right? So all of this growth forecast is important. Margin money, let's say if you want to avail 10 lakh, bank will expect you to put 1.5 to 2.5. But again, you can show like 12 lakhs, 14 lakhs, and then you can get it. approach a CA. I suggest you approach a CA. They may charge you between 8,000 to 10,000 depending on the CA. They can help you with a project report. And this is a sample project report that one of my student availed. Right, he got a loan of 8 lakhs. So this is how the project report will look like. Cost of the project, what is the equipments required, and working capital, means of finances, project viability and market studies, industry analysis, market potential, what is the potential for this business, financial data. It has to be a very detailed document, projected balance sheet for 5 to 6 years, how much profit you will make, indirect expenses, cash flow statement, balance sheet, and all that. Right? You'll have to give a very detailed project report like this. And if you approached banks already and you not got this loan, and if you like that, and you don't, okay. So which means there's some problem with the documentation. If you not got it, but definitely you can get it. I got 6 lakhs for my second outlet expansion way back in 2017. Yeah. What did we saw with respect to Mudra loan? Why Mudra loan? Types of Mudra loan? Which banks offers Mudra loan? What is the purpose? Guys, sometimes some concepts might go above your head, but don't worry, right? Don't worry. You will get used to it, right? For what purpose? To buy equipments, interior furniture, that will be given as a term loan, working capital for your day-to-day operations. So part of it can be given as a term loan, part of it can be given as a overdraft account. What are the documents required? Udyogara, PAN, Aadhaar card, ID and address proof along with photos, Mudra loan application, FSSA number, GST number, last 2 years income tax returns, bank statement, establishment proof, clean civil history, rental agreement copy, project report. How to prepare a project report? By giving all the details, brief your business model, revenue model, current market trends, setup cost, growth forecast, margin money, and so on. Yes. And case study, one of my student Indrajit availed 8 lakhs and started his dream outlet. Yes. Guys, this is clear so far. Type M. If this is clear so far, how to avail Mudra loan? Yes. Yes, please to stay till the end. FSSI number, licenses, when I take you through licenses, I will take you through it. Guys, please do not put down questions. If you have questions, please note it down. I try to take it at the end or my team will answer. So now, I would like to play an interview that I took with one of my mentee, Rupesh, who already started an outlet, but I've been struggling to make profit. But once after joining the community as a mentee, as a mentorship in the mentorship program, we helped him make 80,000 to 1 lakh every month. How many of you wanted to learn from him? What mistakes he did? Because whether you're starting or whether you already have an outlet, this could be a learning for you to not repeat the mistakes which he has done. How many of you wanted to learn and take inspiration? Type L in the chat box, please. Type L in the chat box, please, so that I can share. Yes. please. Gaganbir, I've taken 16 sessions crash course from multiple coaches and enterprises, but this is the first session I actually see the value, very informative and good knowledge. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Awesome. Right. So, Rupesh, can you make your video on, Rupesh? Rupesh, can you hear
Hello?
me?
Yeah, Suresh. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. How are you doing, Rupesh?
Yeah, fine. Doing good. How about you?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the session, Rupesh. First of all, welcome you to the special episode on this workshop. So please introduce yourself, Rupesh. Let the team knows.
Yeah, so my name is Rupesh Karthikeyan, and I'm the founder of Coffee Daddy. The shop is located in Villarsambatty Nal Road, Erode. So we started the shop in actually August 2023. Since then, it has been a landmark kind of place in this area.
Very nice. Very nice.
So since start itself, we've been doing good revenue, but we were not doing good on the margins and profits. So that the cost was high and the profits were leaking everywhere.
Come to that, Rupesh. So why did you started this business? Of course, you're a working professional, right? So you wanted to start a food business. A lot of people would have told you that, okay, so you're on a good job, and why should you do this right now, right? A lot of people would have demotivated you to start. So why did you took the decision to start this business first?
So actually, this shop came for rent during that time, and I came from my college to my city for the holidays. At that time, I was thinking to drink some filter coffee, but in this area, around for like 5 kilometers radius, there was no filter coffee.
Okay.
So that at that time, the idea sparked that there is a huge gap in the market here, so we should do something. Then I really had my parents' support. Without them, this would have not been
Very
possible.
nice. Very nice.
So I finally quit my job and came to my hometown itself. I'm really happy, and now I'm with my parents also.
Very
So
nice.
this is a very happy thing.
Very nice. Awesome. 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 So you started and then you did really well in the beginning. You were making good sales and stuff. So what actually happened? What are the problems you were facing after you launched?
Yeah, the main problems were I was making revenue, but in the end of the week, when I'm making payments, there were some days where we were deficit of money. Like
Okay.
so, every week we were making losses actually sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
So this was mainly because we had zero experience about the food industry.
Okay.
That was the main reason. So we let many things loose. We did not monitor a lot of things. We didn't know that we should monitor all this.
Okay. Okay.
So that was where we were leaking all the profits.
Okay. So you're making good sales, but you're not making profits. You are not able to pay the stock, pay for the
And
stock
that,
and stuff. So what happened after that? What happened after that?
So one day I came across your ad in Instagram. That's how I came across it.
Right.
And then we joined the same like this 5 day session. And in that session only I took a brave decision. I took a loan to join the mentorship because I believe that there will be change. And if I can make profits, right, in the amount of sales I make, if I can make the decent amount of profits, so I can pay back my loan very easily. So that's
Awesome.
what I thought. And I took a brave decision against my parents actually to join the mentorship.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it has turned out good so far.
Very nice. Very nice. So how did this transformation happen? What did the transformation happen? Okay, you started you making good sales but not profits. After joining the mentor, you took a bold step. You took a loan and then joined this. But what
Yeah.
happened after that? What happened after that? What does the transformation happen?
So after that, we too had a meeting in the beginning for first time, and you gave some really insightful things to monitor, and we slowly, along with the help of Hari, Monisha,
Right.
they gave really good advices on which things to monitor, and we slowly started monitoring things. We started taking the stock intent, which I can say is a huge help because I was, stocking too much things every week.
Okay.
So my profits were
It
they were not as cash but in a stock.
Okay. Okay.
So all these things and more the wastage and everything.
Okay.
The I was having too much manpower. I cut down the manpower
Okay.
and a lot more and a lot.
Right. Right.
We've been working and we will continue to work. It has only been like I don't know 6 months of silence.
Right. Right. So you did worked on the stock. You did worked on wastage. You did worked on. You monitored all of that. You basically started implementing those system in terms of monitoring the stock,
Yeah,
on the
it was very
expense.
disorganized. It was very disorganized. I think I can say you have given the systems to to make it easier for me.
Right. 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 Awesome. Awesome. So after this, your sales, similar sales, but your profit went up by 2.5x, right?
Yeah.
So how was the experience? You're not making any, you didn't make any changes in the thing or in the menu or in the location or any marketing and stuff. The similar sales, you're able to reach that kind of a sale. How did it happen? What do you really feel about it?
Yeah, I feel really good. Like this has been a very pleasant experience because as I said, I went against my parents for this. So, it's good that it has turned out to be really helpful, and the profs have been putting smiles on their faces. So that's it.
Very nice, very nice. So I heard that every week your profits have increased by 20,000 rupees. Is that so?
Yeah, like as I said, some days we were deficit of giving the vendors money, so we were making losses from that to a standard of making 20,000 every week right now. So
Okay.
that's a
So
huge
making
difference.
losses from zero to you're making 20,000 every week.
Yeah,
Right. So that's literally 80,000 to 85,000 every month.
per month.
You're able to make more than the previous one. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, that's all. Yeah. Yeah. You're able to tell something.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You were able to tell something?
No.
Right. So, guys, all type congrats in the chat box, please, for Rupesh. It from a loss-making thing, he was not able to make profit, took the decision, and then implemented all the systems the right way, and then he was able to make 8,000 more every single month. Awesome, awesome, Rupesh. Happy for you. I know you're a very introvert, very calm person. You don't express much, but I can really see the progress and the work that you're putting, hard work that you're putting, because this system is there, right? People need to implement the system. That is very important. I mean, systems can be easily done, but implementation is. Right. So, Rupesh, can you show us the outlet? Can people see the outlet?
Sure. I'm not sure how to turn the camera, so are you able to see?
Can you take us inside?
Yes.
Rupesh, we're not able to see you.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
Yeah, can you show?
So,
Yeah.
This is the shop.
Awesome. Very nice. Okay, these are live counters. Awesome. Guys, how many of you feel this is wow? Neatly done, neatly maintained. Super. Awesome. That's the signage there. Thank you, Rupesh. Yeah. Rupesh, tell us there are a lot of there are a lot, there are a lot of people attend here. Could be working professionals, business owners, right? So a lot of people are hesitant to take this step because there is also negative sentiment. A lot of people opening outlets, closing, media, and all of that. It's showing in a wrong thing, right? And people getting into this. A lot of people are getting into this. Right? So, what would be your suggestion for people who want to start this business, get into this business?
In my opinion, the food industry is like very risky. It's like most the riskiest business. You have to put your all in, and you should be. My main advice is never give up. Like initially, it was not making profits. Everyone was like, "You better shut down the business, where the money is only wasting."
Right.
So I never gave up. I had the trust in myself and the business and the idea. So I would say like never give up. And if you really want to do it, and if you only have the passion to do it, you can go ahead and definitely do it.
Awesome, awesome. So what is the importance of systems in your business? And now that you've realized that systems are important, not just offering food. So if someone wants to start, emphasize on having the right systems in place, having the knowledge in place before they start.
Yeah, like without systems, as I said, for myself itself, the costs were leaking, and I did not know where the cost was leaking.
Okay.
But when you have the systems in place, we can easily know and monitor everything, and you can take decisions quickly, and you can correct your mistakes in the business on a regular basis.
Right.
And once you put the system in place, you don't have to keep monitoring it also.
Correct.
So when the systems are in place, you know where the problem is occurring, and you can take if you put the systems in place, it will